Hello, friends. Excited to spend a little bit of time with you today. Going to be working through Chapter 6 of Daniel Lang's Intro to Java Programming. Chapter 6 is where we introduce the methods, and so I'm going to share my screen with you right quick, and let's get started. Okay, so here I'm in Eclipse. This is my integrated development environment. Going to be working in custom functions. Now, I made a package inside my source folder called listings. I'm going to make a new class, and I'm just going to call this simple method. Now, include the public static void main because we're going to stay right inside the same class, but now we're going to introduce our custom methods. And I want to start this. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is the way I start all my stuff. I've messed this up quite a few times, so hold Control Space and then make sure that this runs, Control S and then Control F11, and we see that it does go. Okay, so now we're going to extend this just a little bit. I'm going to say hello. Okay, so what I've done is I've typed a method name that it doesn't recognize, and it says, hey, I don't recognize it. Eclipse has a quick fix called just create it for you. And so we'll talk about all these bits and pieces in a little bit greater detail, but we're going to do the same basic thing. SYSOUT, Control Space to make it go. Run this. So let's slow down and let's talk about this just a little bit. Punchline, why do I use an integrated development environment? Because I can just type in whatever it is that I'm thinking in my little head, and it'll pop up down here and it'll create it for me. Longer story. Okay, so here inside our main method, this actually right here, this little spot, this little, I'll highlight, this is the first character right here that when we call this class simple method, so it's actually doing inside the integrated development or inside the computer itself. Well, do I actually know where this exists? I can show you this if I can find out where it exists. Oh, I do. This is in my J drive. Okay, so assuming I haven't turned my computer into a potato, we're going to try a little experiment. So it should be in, yep, Git, and then CD. I was in the wrong spot. Okay, so there's all of that. And now we know we're down. We're not, I got this off a little bit. Let's tidy this up. Yeah. So this is going to be in 1033. Nope, it's not where I have it. Wow, maybe it is. So level 6. So let's try CD. Oh. dir. Does it have a level 6? No, but it does have chapter 6. What is CD? Make this a 6. Should see multiple. Yep. So CD to src, dir. And there's listings, so CD to listings. And now we can do compile it. we can see that that created the thing called simpleMethod.class. Oh, that's right. And so anyway, what I was trying to show you is it's a little bit more complicated when things are inside packages. That's my fault. But it basically says, hey, Java, run simple method. Well, in this case, it was inside a package, so it's listings.simpleMethod. This character right here is where it starts to listen. So anyway, the first line that actually gets executed is hello world, which we can see here, and also here in the command line. And then we say, okay, execute this line of code. All right. So what this does is it says, okay, go find this custom method and then go do this. So it pops down here and it says, now here I'm here. Now it starts listening right here. I'll highlight that. And so here's our first line of code and it executes it. Now I'm going to push this just a little bit further. See, and now we can do, multiple lines of code. One of the questions is what happens after we get done here? So after we get done here, it comes back here. Okay, so that is kind of how these things work. And we've got a little bonus information there about how the command line works. And you can see how to get into the command line and actually run one of these things. Anyway, we're going to stop there. We're going to stop there. This is a custom method. So this is how I call my custom method inside my main method. And this is the custom method that we created. Now, let's talk just briefly about what these little words mean. So up here, package. This means it's in the folder listings. So you have to actually, as we saw in the command line, you have to drill down until you find listings. Public, so up here talking about the class, public means it can be called from the outside. So the computer can call this directly because it's public. Class means, hey, this is like the folder. And the thing that you'll notice is our class name matches our file name. So this is the file level, this is the class, this is the big deal. Now, the public main method is also public. And so what that means is from the computer, we can call into this method and Java can start running this. Okay, static. What static means is we have one main method for the entire class. So if they're individual objects made off of the class simple method, there's only going to be one method, main, that belongs to all objects in that class. It's static across the class. Void means it doesn't return anything. And then main says, hey, this is the big one. This is where we start listening. It's how you have to tell the joke. You can pass input arguments. We didn't have any. You can do that. Oh, let me see if I can. Get away with that. Nope. So you go into listings, and then you can and I'm going to pass it. See if that worked. Yeah, anyway, the concept is when you're working with the code, you can pull in strings and pass stuff from the command line. But anyway, this is a print statement. This calls the custom method, pops down here, does these lines of code, and then comes back and continues on the program. Whole lot of other stuff in there as well, but this is the big idea that we're building on inside chapter 6. All right, let's go ahead and call that good for right now. Thank you all for your time, and please let me know if you have any questions or concerns by sending me an email, or that's actually probably the best way to do that. Thanks and take care. Bye.